Caleb, some extraordinary footage of the French president. It's got me puzzled, this one.
I think we need to do a welfare check, to be perfectly honest, on Emmanuel Macron. He landed in Vietnam, and this is what the cameras captured as the doors opened on the front of the plane. There's the president there, and then you will see he gets smacked in the face, or at least pushed, and he sort of gestures back to the bloke there, smiles at him, and then turns around and with a far more stern look on his face walks back onto the plane. And then you can see that is the sleeve that you saw pushing Macron in the face was that of his wife, Brigitte. Now, you know, whether or not that was some sort of playful tiff or she was actually going at him, you know, I mean, that's a potential case of domestic violence right there. I think it should be pointed out, if that was him doing that to her, there wouldn't even be a discussion about it. He would have to resign tomorrow. I don't think we can have double standards about this.
Yeah, that's a really interesting point. And you can see his reaction there when he realises there are cameras, and his stern face becomes a quick smile, waves, and then disappears back in. It's very weird footage. I don't know if we'll get an explanation, though.
Such a strange moment, but there's a lot about the French that's quite weird. But moving on now to another weird episode, Chris Bowen was reprimanded by a Catholic priest for chomping down on a bowl of gnocchi pasta mid-Mass. He arrived late to the Mass, then proceeded to enter and sit down in the front row and started eating his pasta through the rest of the Mass. Now, rightfully, religious leaders have criticised this as being quite disrespectful and insensitive, but he's claiming he didn't even know he was in the Mass. I don't know what's more ridiculous.
I think it's easy to believe Chris Bowen had no idea where he was because he typically has no idea about anything. Let's give the final word tonight to former US Vice President and presidential candidate Kamala Harris. She, of course, is in Australia, speaking on the weekend in the Gold Coast at a real estate conference, of all things. She was interviewed extensively, and here's just a short clip of some of what she said.
As I said, I think your best work is ahead of you for sure, 100%.
I am unemployed right now.
Two things. Thank God she's unemployed, but for the host to say, Kamala, your best work is ahead of you, I don't think that would be very difficult.
I was going to say, I think that is entirely true because, you know, she is now unburdened by what has been. So everything that does come ahead of her is surely better than anything she's done in the past, right?
Absolutely.